G'day, we're in Coen. We've just arrived, had a fabulous lunch, sandwich, ham sandwich, cheese tomato sandwich with the publicans here, and we've had a little talk with some of the locals. I want to introduce you to Ross Benstead. He's a businessman up here and a consultant, FNQ Consultants, Far North Queensland. And we're going to go and have a look at some of the roads up here and ask questions about where the money is being spent or not being spent. So let's come along and we'll listen to Ross. So what's happening here, Ross?
Well, it's getting prepared now for the final works now for some bitumen to go on over the next few weeks, next week probably, and it's taken a long time to get to this stage.
And so you've been really worried about the waste? That's what I noticed with the people in the pub. They're annoyed with the waste of money that could be going to decent people.
Well, you know, there's a few people at the top controlling the road works here, and we're not so sure that the money is being equitably distributed. That's the issue. And it's not the Aboriginals on the ground who are getting the money. They're missing out. They never get the money, right? It doesn't matter what scheme is proposed, what business proposed to put up. History will show that they've never got the money.
Yep.
There's nothing too much wrong with the quality of the work. It's good. It's the cost. At one stage we could put down a kilometre of double seal here for about $600,000. On this job, to believe it's about $1 million. We want to know why it's costing so much.
So that's about a 2/3 extra. So that's about 66% extra.
That's right.
Jeez. This is Paddy Shepard, and he's living just outside of Coen on this lovely block of ground here. And he's going to tell us some stories about what's happening here in terms of waste, and also how the title or access to his land is being upset.
Well, this road here at the moment, the PDR goes back.
Peninsula Development Road. Yep.
The PDR, yep. Goes back to the main road. The creeks, which is the Kanju people, have claimed the cultural heritage on all of the PDR from Weeper to Laura.
Wow.
Which is totally wrong. The Kanju boundary does not touch the PDR anywhere. It does not come past the waterfall on Kroll Creek.
So essentially, one family has been given control over a road.
Yes.
That's in a free country in which we live.
That's ridiculous.
Doesn't build as much road.
No, it doesn't. It's wasted. Absolutely wasted. I've got no problem with anyone working on that main road at all. If they want a job, go and get it. And work on the road. But graft and corruption of the main roads and creeks are just unbelievable.
And that denies a lot of people then access to roads.
Not here.
We've been listening to locals here all afternoon. I'm going to be doing some more this evening at a town meeting. The thing that keeps coming up is that there's a loss of sovereignty. It actually reminds me a lot of what Pauline told us about Norfolk Island. Loss of sovereignty, loss of accountability, a lot of money being wasted, and people who control the operation not really understanding what's happening and what the impact is on the people. We'll have more to say about it when Pauline and I get together later this week.
Because this is a public meeting, we can instruct our Senator to take these matters to the Senator. I'll read out the first one. Is that the Senator instigate an independent audit into the entire road building budget.
In Queensland.
On the PDR.
Yeah.
On the PDR.
Yeah. There's so much extortion and corruption and fraud going on.
The second one is that the Senator initiate a Senate inquiry into the handing over of the PDR and the signing of an ILUA with the Cape York Land Church.
Yes, I'll second that.
Seconded by Jack. All in favour? Carried. There they go.
That's extremely
And
important.
I've got a third one I'd like to, it's not written on here, so I'll just do the best I can. I'd like to be able to raise in the Senate that we implement something like some of the states in America are now starting to do, and they're putting their costs of any expenses from the state government are put on a website with complete access to the public in that state. And that has led to enormous savings in the states that are using it. So I guess I'm looking for whether or not you would support that and whether or not you would encourage me to raise it as a step towards both 1 and 2 here.
Can we not just do Queensland? Can we do the federal government as well? Because I'm understanding there's $57 billion per annum just to run the federal public service. That's outrageous.
Yeah, government.
G'day, we're still in Coen after a full day here. Had a great time yesterday. There's some really serious issues that represent what is happening to our whole country. And it's encapsulated by Cape York. And I'm going to introduce you to a few people, starting with Barry, who's the publican at the Exchange Hotel in Coen.
Malcolm, I really, really appreciate One Nation jumping on an aeroplane and coming up and listening to our stories up here in the Cape. We are totally overrun by 3 or 4 Indigenous elders,
elites, aren't they?
Elite. They take every bit of money that comes into Cape York, they take millions of dollars a year. Instead of sharing it with the other 165 clans that live here in Cape York, they get it themselves, the greedy little bludgers, and they don't share it with anyone. They are multi-millionaires on taxpayers' money. When is someone going to get off their ass and help us? When are they going to get up?
The everyday Aboriginal is missing out.
He's got nothing. He has got nothing. The ordinary Aboriginal gets nothing. The rich and the educated Aboriginal, he's a multi-millionaire on bloody taxpayers' money, and it's got to stop.
And what we've heard from the farmers and other business people is that this
It's a
place
disgrace.
is being held back, and it's really important for defence, it's really important for the Queensland state and regional economies,
Yep.
and it's really important for federal and state accountability. They're just being trashed.
Can somebody come and help? Can somebody come and help Cape York, help us out of this thing? We must take this money off 3 or 4 individuals and spread it around. If we're going to spend so much taxpayers' money, give it to the 165 clan, not to 1 or 2 clan who have no. They got no entitlement to Coen. They got no entitlement to this road here. Why are they getting $40 million of a taxpayers' money to put a bloody to tell people to tell main roads and that how to build a road?
Spot on.
It's a disgrace. Main roads are a disgrace. They signed off our bloody road. They signed it off without first negotiating with people that live here. They give it to 3 or 4 clan members who have got no entitlement to that bloody road. It's a disgrace, an absolute disgrace, and unless politicians get off their arse and get up here like you have, Malcolm, and we definitely take our hand, mate, we do appreciate it. I hope you do have a bloody win. I hope you get some sense into people down there.
Hi, I'm Rachel Nolan. My family owns several businesses here in Coen. We're very grateful that the Senator has visited us because we have several concerns. My primary concern is the school. My son is autistic. The school practices an American model of explicit direct instruction, which is rote learning in an auditory style. Now, autistic children are visual learners, and every single one of his expert professionals does not agree with him attending. So we're unfortunately going to have to go down the distance education route, which is a struggle for us as we try and run our many businesses. And we will eventually have to leave and move him down to a mainstream school in a bigger, larger centre. Any form of testing that's been done about the school is generally not independent, and we would like the Senator to follow up and get some independent studies done on the processes of the school, the results the school is producing, and we would like, if this school has to continue, we would like a state school to take its place.
One of the big concerns that we have here in Cape York is for many, many years, people have been taken off the land. With the legislation that's in place, people are losing their jobs, losing our industry, and I guess the biggest thing, locking up the land and the resources on it. This has led to depopulating the region, and it just continues. Legislation dictates to the people of Cape York that the green movement are impeding on progress. We can't continue down this path. Something must be done. please give us our land back. Let the people get control of their lives. Let the people be in charge of their destiny.
What needs to happen, what Cape York has a great deal of potential in terms of land use and land management, potential land management and potential land uses, and that includes everything from primary industries, mining as well, and also ecotourism. At the moment, it's very difficult to open up any industries, which makes it impossible to grow societies, and it makes it even more impossible to keep people in the region for generations. And what we're seeing is people basically being forced out of their homes, forced out of their business, and they're leaving Cape York. And it is depopulating at a drastic rate. There's only about 17,000 max people here in this region, and it is pretty much cut down the middle, white and black fellas. All of which want to see a brighter future. But the only way that that can happen is if there's some clarity in terms of process of how to achieve that. And what we're seeing in Cape York from the state government and from the federal government and also from the two major political parties over the last 25 years have each brought into the playing field different pieces of legislation and policies. We are so over-governed and so bogged down in litigation up here that it makes it almost impossible to even fix up a fence line on a property if it borders on a national park.